Shalom, Yashala, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh. I do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Yasharallah. Call Haloyim Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Harakah Kudash for blessing our elders with the spirit of truth so that we may know. Shout out to the Akim and the Akwaf that's keeping the faith and the works. Y'all keep at it. It's your brother Abaya coming at you with more precepts. The topic of today's video is perception is reality, but the truth stands. Right? Perception is reality, and that's a famous quote, which basically means whatever you view is real to you. Right? So let's look up the definition of perception. It says a result of perceiving, observation, a mental image, concept, obsolete consciousness. Right, awareness of the elements of environment through physical sensation, color perception, physical sensation interpreted in the light of experience, quick, acute, and intuitive cognition, appreciation, a capacity for comprehension. Right, perception based from perceive. Perceive is a verb. It says to attain awareness or understanding of, to regard as being such. Right? So to regard as being such. However you view reality is reality for you. But it's an issue with perception is reality. Because it's a truth in the midst of your perception and reality that you either avoiding or you are accepting in order to perceive your reality. Right? So, hold up 1 second. All right, so I'm going to let a few of these videos play, and I'll be back.
I was Miss World at 18, just because I was confident.
Let's pause right there. She said she was Miss World at 18 because she was confident. The truth of the matter is you Miss World because you fine as hell. And ain't no telling who you linked up with, you know what I mean, management-wise and whatever else you done got involved in order to achieve that accomplishment. But it was more than you just being confident that you could do that, right? But see, she just bypassed that truth and go straight to it was how she felt about herself that allowed her to achieve that greatness.
So it made me understand that confidence truly is the key to getting ahead in life. If you believe in yourself, the world will believe in you. Because perception is reality.
Greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist.
All right. Perception number 2. Perceiving that the devil doesn't exist because the world that we live in says that it's myth. It's mythology. They created a whole character, right? Designed a whole what's the word I'm looking for? I guess spokesperson or whatever to represent the devil. 9 times out of 10, when a person say devil, the image that instantly comes into their head is an all red individual with horns and a tail and a pitchfork. Right? They made it more so cartoonish, just so the world can say, well, the devil ain't real. That's made up. But you are ignoring the truth of what that word devil really means. It simply means deceiver or false accuser. That's it. And you best believe the devil exists. Right? This dude that has deceived the world of Yasharallah to thinking that they are some out of a crayon box, color in a crayon box, black, when there is no land of black, right? They convince Yasharallah that they are Hispanics, his Spaniards, but you're not his Spaniards. You belong to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. That's why the Most High calls you Israel, Prince of Power, or Sons of Power, right? The Most High convinced the so-called Native Americans that they are, not Sirach, not the Most High, but the devil convinced the so-called Native Americans that they are savages, right? Which they really call them Indians, but Indian means savage. But in actuality, the truth is they are not savages. They are kings and priests of this world, right? Perception is reality, but that's only to an individual. In order to be able to perceive that reality, you either have to ignore or accept the truth, right?
Your perception is your reality, but the truth exists regardless of your reality. Your perception is your reality, but the truth exists regardless of your reality.
All right, like the brother said, perception is reality, but the truth exists no matter what your reality is, no matter how you perceive your reality. Whatever the truth is, it stands. And the truth is the word of the Most High Yahweh. The proof of the truth is the words that's in the book that have come to pass. Right? That's even how we know who we are, because of the truth, the conditions that we live in, our history, our pains, our struggle, our oppression. Right? It's the truth. Now we could perceive us as being whatever it is they call us, but the truth of the matter is we are Sharala. And the truth of the matter is the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Now, the people that run this earth would have you perceive that this is a fair world that we live in. They created a judicial system that says it's blind. So we don't care nothing about a black or a white or rich or poor. But the reality of it is, the truth of it is, rather, it does. It is not blind, right? It does operate in wickedness and evil. It is not just, right? But that's all a portion of the sorcery of this place. Perception is reality. That's basically you accepting an illusion as being real. But it has to come to a point to where you have to snap out of the illusion and deal with the truth and allow that to be reality, because it is, right? It's the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 13. For such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into the apostles of Hamashiach, right? Speaking about the perception that the church is um um the real church in itself, and it's not. The real church, as it pertains to the scripts, meaning as the word says, is the people, it's us. But this world that backs the so-called church says that it's real and everything that we saying is a lie, right? But like we just read, for such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into the apostles of Christ. How did they get that power? Because the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. The majority of churches have to fill out a 501c3. That means that they are not allowed to speak on any and everything that they want to. They have a border, a line that they cannot cross. And that line was put in place by the damn devil, right? Verse 14, and no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light, right? Self-explanatory, right? But the beauty of the Most High is he ordained an elect few to understand his word, to be able to see through the lies of the devil before the world even began, right? It's the book of Matthew chapter 13 and verse 16. It says, but blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear, right? Now, if you look up the definition of see and hear, right? Like in the blue letter, you'll find out that ultimately is speaking about understanding and perceiving, right? So blessed are your eyes for they understand the truth. Blessed are your ears for they hear the truth. This ain't for everybody. Everybody ain't blessed like that, right? A lot of people perceive that this world is real. They don't understand that they living in a matrix, right? They've been plugged up since birth, and they refuse to unplug because they love the pleasantries and the not so pleasantries of this world, right? But the Most High has blessed and elect few, like I stated earlier, to be able to see past all the nonsense. Let's go to the Book of Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3 and verse 9. In the Apocrypha, right, says, they that put their trust in him, matter of fact, to get context, right? Wisdom of Solomon 3:1, but the souls of the righteous are in the hand of power, and there shall no torment touch them. Right? So we're speaking about Yahweh. Right? Now, let's go to verse 9. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth, and such as be faithful in love shall abide with him. For grace and mercy is to his saints, and he hath care for his elect. Right? Now, according to Christianity perceives that love is just good feelings, good, smiling when you don't feel like it, giving hugs and being extra kind. But if you go into the scripts, according to 2 John 6, love is keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. Operating in grace don't mean you're able to do whatever it is you want to do. You still have to abide by the rules, right? What shall we say then? Shall we sin so that grace may abound? God forbid. Right? Who are the saints? Let this world tell it. The saints are anybody and everybody that feel like they want to serve the Most High. But according to the book of Psalms, chapter 50 and verse 5, the saints are those that made a sacrifice unto Yahweh, right? And according to Exodus 24, the saints are the Israelites. His elect are the Israelites, according to Romans chapter 9, right? So you can perceive all you want, but in order to perceive God love everybody and it's all love as reality means you have to turn a blind eye to the truth of the word, right? And to be real with you, that got a lot of our people messed up, turning their eyes from the truth and operating according to the world, thinking that it's all good. The majority of people that does all the wickedness on the earth are Christians, right? Either Baptist, Pentecostal, Seventh-day Adventist, something, Roman Catholic or something. The main individuals on the planet that's committing the most wicked atrocities are Christians, so-called, right? But those of us that trust in the Most High, right, we understand the truth of the matter. And let's go to the book of Ephesians, chapter 6 and verse 12. So this is basically the truth of the matter. The truth of the matter is we've been fighting demons and devils since we got here, right? Ephesians 6:12, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places, that want you to perceive that perception is reality, and it's not, right? It is not. The truth is reality. The truth is the truth. You can want to believe racism don't exist, but the truth of the matter is it does. It does on an economic standpoint. It does from a educational standpoint. It does from an opportunity standpoint. It does from a power standpoint in this place. Then we have none. Right? We got to go to our enemies and one of all things. right? But the issue with our people is they believe more in the world than the truth. Right? Let's go to the book of 2 Corinthians. 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 4. It says, matter of fact, verse 3, Salat. 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 3. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, in whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Hamashiach, who is the image of power, should shine unto them. They've been blocked by this world because they love operating according to the world instead of operating according to the truth, right? Even individuals who see the racism, they still believe in the justice system, thinking that they can vote somebody into power that's going to make it better for you in this place from the same people that stole everything from you, put chains on your neck, gave you their last name. You think them same people are going to do anything to righteously benefit you, right? If they were really about that life, we wouldn't be here. We'll have the option to be here, right? If we either had the option to be here or to go back home, fully understanding who we are, no questions about that at all, right? With our own government set up, our own everything, like right back to where we were, if it was like that for real. But it's not, right? You could perceive that these people love you all day and day. You could perceive that they got your best interests in mind all you want. But the truth of the matter is, they don't, and they will never, right? Let's go to the book of Sirach, which is Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, right? Chapter 17 and verse 25. Look, even me going into the book of the Apocrypha, this world perceives that there is no need for the Apocrypha to be in the Holy Bible because they say it's not canon, right? But the Roman Catholic Church has the Apocrypha in their Bible, right? Just look at all the loopholes and the plots and the schemes, man, and you place all those things into your mind as in a equation, and you can basically see the game. Perception is not reality. The truth is reality. Deal with it, right? But I digress. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 17, verse 25. It says, return unto Yahweh and forsake thy sins. Make thy prayer before his face and offend less. Turn again to the Most High and turn away from iniquity, for he will lead thee out of darkness into the light of health, and hate thou abomination vehemently, right? Which basically means with a passion, right? So in order to see the truth through the illusion of perception, the only way to is to go to the Most High so that he can open up your eyes and open up your ears and bless you to understand the truth of this world. First and foremost, the truth of the word, because the truth of the word explains the truth of the world, right? Truth of the world is, bro, we are not in our world. We living underneath somebody else's roof. No matter if you in America, you in Mexico, Canada, Africa, Europe, no matter where you are on the planet, because Job 9:24 says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. This is not our place. This is not our place of rest, man. There ain't no chill here. It will never be, right? Till this place fall, so-called black man, so-called Hispanic man, so-called Native American man, your reality is hell, right? Let's go to the book of Deuteronomy, and I'm going to end with this. Deuteronomy chapter 12 and verse 9. It says, for ye are not as yet come to the rest and to the inheritance which Yahweh your power giveth you. We not there yet. We not there yet. So stop trying to put yourself off to make your oppressor feel good with being around you in order to be successful in this place. Be you, right? The real you, not that nigga you. That's false too. You perceive yourself as black or African American or a nigga, you perceiving yourself as death, because that's the lifestyle that it brings. Whether you operating and selling drugs, whether you hoe hopping, whether you bouncing up and down a pole, or whether you just a regular, everyday, average, so-called good black man, you still operating in death because you still doing everything everybody else is doing. And first and foremost, you're not calling on Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai and doing what he says to do. Because when you operate as such, when you operate in the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High Yahweh, ain't nobody got to worry about you stealing nothing. Ain't nobody got to worry about you trying to holler at their wife, or the wife trying to holler at the husband, or you doing anything vile, man. Ain't nobody got to worry about that. But if you operating under the character of black, and you suspect, because you 9 times out of 10 gonna do what you feel. And at the end of the day, you're going to say, God know my heart and he loved me anyway, right? That'll just be something that you did, something that you got off your chest that you wanted to do with no repercussions behind it, right? But at the end of the day, there will be, right? There will be. And you can't say I didn't know, because the Most High loves his people so much that he set his prophets out in the highways and hedges to come to you, to bring that truth to you, all right? Choose ye this day who you will serve, Yahweh or this world that says perception is reality, when we all know the truth is the truth. I'm going to leave it at that. Yahweh Ratazah, these precepts and this video were edifying. Call Haloyim Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Harakah Kodash. Shalom Yashalom.